August 9th at 4:03 p.m. We are here for the City of Port Orange and the International Union of Police Associations union negotiations. John McKinney, Assistant City Manager.
Manny Marino, Chief of Police.
Carly Meek, Assistant City Attorney.
Candace Gates, HR Generalist.
Adrian McDowell, IUPA Secretary.
Kyle Totten, IUPA Business Agent.
Brian Lambert, IUPA Attorney.
William Harrison, IUPA Board Member.
Andy Malky, IUPA President.
So I know this was not a regularly scheduled meeting. Andy and Kyle have called it after our last meeting. I just wanted to kind of go on the record real quick, and then I'll turn it over to you because I have a couple of follow-up statements. But I do believe, and I spoke to the city manager, is that with your Article 29 retirement plan ask, I think that the city would be in a position that we would like to open up Article 28 wages as well for the third year of the contract, simply because of the ask cost for 29. I think we need to be in agreement on what to do in the third year for wages. That's my opinion. I've shared it with the city manager and he agrees. So we would definitely like if y'all are willing to open up the wage article to do that.
We're interested in opening the wage article, but we're not prepared to make a kind of wage offer or anything for that third year yet.
That's
We don't want that to hold anything up. Any kind of benefit improvements in place by October 1st.
Well, so I just wanted to, I went back and I looked and I just, we have made some significant improvements over the last couple of years, and I just wanted to, relay them. Sorry. I just want to make sure that I've, incorporated this correctly. The PBA, sorry, I don't know why I wrote PBA, Andy, my apologies. The IUPA ask was a 3% COLA for tier 1 and 2 at 20 years of service, and you'll agree to the PBA's medical subsidy for tier 1 members at 20 years. So those were the two from our last meeting that we finalized for the ask. Over the last, 2 years, just past Tuesday, we just did the final compensation, 3 highest of last 5 years, normal retirement at 20, drop at normal retirement. We redefined compensation for what's included at the 300 hours and inclusion of payments for accumulated sick and annual leave for the tier 1 members. And we've done a line of duty death benefit. All great things, no questions about it. The 3% COLA for tier 2 members is a very significant ask. And as stated, because the city paid for the study, I unfortunately cannot share that with you, but it is a significant cost impact. And that's why I believe that, we need to discuss wages for the third year so that it's agreed on that if city does give the tier 2 COLA at 20 years, they need to know what is that ask going to be for retirement for that year 3.
Yeah, we understand.
So I can tell you, I got it yesterday. I'm just making sure that I give you the right date and time. It was, it's summer season. The earliest I could get the next meeting with council was Tuesday, August 27th at 5:30. So that is confirmed. So I would like to be able to have everything wrapped up, that you and I can agree on everything. And all I'm doing is hopefully taking it for final approval of council the evening of the 27th. And I'm putting it on the second meeting of September so that it's in effect October 1st. I do not want to go past anything on October 1st. So even if that means, as I already told you, I still have to go back and get Mr. Little to revise
Yes.
the COLA and the medical subsidy, because that was done by the city's consultant. And so they told me roughly 30 days for Mr. Little to modify and redo it. So that's my stance.
So the membership definitely understands the huge cost impact based on our ask of COLA at 20 years. We're not really at a point where we are interested in opening up wages for that third year because we're not prepared. We haven't looked at the studies. We haven't, we're just not prepared to do that. However, my counter proposal today includes adjusting the 5% wage increase that's supposed to take effect this October 1st for all members from 5% to 3%. We feel that by doing that, that will help with a little bit of that cost associated with offering the 3% COLA to 20 years of service. So this is the counter offer here.
Okay?
Thank you.
Bill, you'll have to tell me if I spelled tier right.
I didn't know, sir, but I won't.
It's wrong again.
So it sounds to me like you were thinking open year 3 for wages.
And y'all are wanting to open year
So,
2 for
so
wages.
yeah, I was gonna say, so if we do it this year for wages, it'll actually be a bigger save because of compounding interest on increases.
Yeah, so, okay, so your offer as of today is 3% COLA for tier 1 and 2 at 20 years of service, medical subsidy for tier 1 members at 20 years of service. You're willing to open Article 28 wages as the city, however, you're wanting to discuss year 2 wages versus year 3 wages, and you're looking to reduce the wage proposal from a 5% increase to a 3% increase.
That's correct.
Okay.
And I think it's a bigger benefit to the city to do it this year, and frankly, it's an easier sell for the union because the guys see the trade-off.
Understood. Understood. I think that's a fair item.
Now, I have one concern with this that I want to discuss with you and see if you have any ideas on how we can kind of proceed. We have a couple members who are currently in drop, who are not going to see any benefit of going from the 25-year COLA to 20 years.
That's correct.
I have a little bit of concern with them reducing their wage from 5% to 3%. You have any ideas or suggestions or anything that we can kind of offset that for them since they're not going to see any kind of.
If you want to write on there that members that are currently in the drop will maintain the 5%,
Okay.
then that's part of your proposal.
Are you guys good with that? I do. I think it's 2 members that are affected right now.
Just 2?
Yeah,
Any roads?
Rhodes and McKay.
Yeah, I think that's it.
2 members should impact the city's bottom line.
Shouldn't impact the numbers, just
Initial and dated.
It's 2 members.
Would you just initial and date it, please, so that we know that that was you? Perfect. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Okay.
And yes, the medical stipend, I don't have anything on my counter proposal for that, but
We had already discussed it.
make sure that that's going to be outside the cap.
That was in PBA's offer.
Yes.
So So it's 1 for 1.
Okay.
I'm writing it on our document.
Excellent.
Okay. Next item, I'm not handing this over to you, but, because again, this wasn't a regularly scheduled meeting, but I have Article 5 ready for the next meeting where, y'all agreed to it being stricken, so I will present that for TA at the next meeting.
Perfect.
For Article 15, again, y'all gave me several items here, and all I am doing is, again, I asked y'all to give it to me, in the document, and this is more of a memo, is that, I send y'all the current Word document of everything. So, what I've tried to capture in here is, am I capturing your language that y'all provided to me so that after today's meeting, Kyle, if you would just send me an email saying that this captures our ask, then I will share it with the city manager to see if he can do it and agrees upon it. Once he agrees to it, then I have to provide it to legal to make sure legal says, yep, all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, grammatically correct, so on and so forth. So, what I've done is I took everything that was in your memo and I put it in there.
Okay.
The only, thing that I saw is I put the holiday information right there.
Okay.
Okay, so, because I'm kind of following along, I use word for word. So, again, and it's got a huge watermark, it's IUPA's proposal, not the city. So I want to be very clear that I am not providing a proposal. Okay. The other item is on Article 19. She stapled it as 1 versus. So,
I did not staple that, just so you
no,
know.
no, she did.
It was not me. I was not the
Okay.
she that you
So
referred to.
you said that you've agreed to the ask. I just believe that because this isn't a full book opening, I just struck the language, kept the bereavement as is. You did say that under Article 19 regarding the FMLA and military leave being stricken. So that's that. Y'all review it.
Okay.
Kyle, you tell me that that's good. And then I will present it to you, making sure I've captured everything in your memo so that our next scheduled meeting, which we haven't done, by the way, Carly and I were going through that this morning. I'm like, we don't have anything scheduled. I think we're good there. So again, here, 3 pages of them.
Okay.
Take the top 3, pass it down. So,
That may be a more efficient way to do it.
thank you. Again, that is nothing more than your information put into it. So with that said, based on your ask, I don't believe that we really warrant a meeting until after the 27th. I believe you've made a good counter proposal that doesn't make any sense until to meet after the 27th. Unless Kyle sits there and says Article 15 and 19 are good in all regards, then I think it would behoove us to get back into here and get these 3 easy articles TA'd, which can take us 5 minutes or less. And that just goes even more that we're working together when we meet with council on the 27th. So I would suggest maybe a 30-minute meeting prior to the 27th. It's a Friday, so I know that you work on the 23rd. Oh, wait. Now, this is not showing up on my work computer, but it's showing up on my
What he's wanting
phone.
me to say.
But it says we're already scheduled for the 23rd at 4.
Huh.
I think
See,
that was,
we're that good, we forgot.
that was the one that we moved to today, though.
This doesn't make sense. Carly and I went through the calendar with my computer on,
Yeah.
share screen, and there was nothing on there. But the 23rd at 4 o'clock still worked.
That works, sir. Work for y'all.
Here's what I just did it a
John,
little differently. But here
Yeah,
it's
this
just-
should just be
Yeah, but it's-
3 articles TA.
Well, I can tell you that so far, he's just looking it over, confirming it, but this Article 15 looks good, but he just,
Yep, I'm not asking for
Yeah.
anything today.
I just need to look over the other leave.
I was just gonna echo what you said again, that I'll probably do a quick look at it too before we bring it to the TA table, but thank you for looking at that.
Well, I'm gonna have surgery, and unlike John, I usually, it takes me about 4 days to come out totally out of anesthesia. So if you ask me anything after that, who
What
knows?
day is that again?
It's the 13th.
That
We
sounds like a-
scheduling for the 14th?
I can't be responsible for what I said anymore.
You might end up on
responsible for what I said
Instagram.
No, I become my own secret Santa and everything else.
Well, I hope your surgery goes well.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Anything else?
That's right, I don't have anything.
Right.
So what are we scheduled for?
23rd
23rd to TA these, Article 15, Article 19. Yep.
and, yeah, Article 5, 15 to 19.
1,600 hours.
Yeah, we already have the 23rd, 1600.
Well,
That's what
great.
I'm saying.
glad.
I was
double
on
check
my work
calendar.
computer and nothing's there. And I just sat here to look on the.
Oh, yeah, I got that on mine too.
Oh, that's good. Glad y'all have it. All right.
So Candace, would you please make sure that we are properly noticed to hold an IUPA meeting Friday, August 23rd at 4 p.m. and the appropriate invites that are apparently are out there in space.
Yes, I will.
Thank you, ma'am.
If we don't show for some reason, just message us or knock on the door and we'll come out.
So, okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, everyone.
So